This is it. Money time. City versus Bournemouth on Sunday. So let's have a chat about how it's going to go. It's going to be a quick one, not too long. Fingers crossed. I have been out most of the afternoon doing one thing or another. So let's get straight into it. What did Maresca say at his press conference? Foden, he spoke about in glowing terms, that he's ready, he's fit, he's firing. Well, didn't really look that way on Sunday as Arsenal in the Community Shield did it. But, it's a friendly, innit? So let's see how things are in a real match. Hopefully, Foden. I mean, the thing with Foden, I wasn't going to talk too much about Foden, but seeing as I've started, I might as well. To me, he looks too weak. He looks too weak. He looks smaller and weaker than he did when he first came on the scene in 2018, 2019, something. So, in my view, I think Foden needs to bulk up a bit and get on the wing, because I think he's too weak when it comes to picking the ball up in the number 10 position with his back to goal. But let's not focus on the negative. Let's positive vibes only. First day of the season is positive vibes only, right? So if you have negatives, fucking go and watch someone else. Go and watch Arsenal and Coventry, right? If you have negatives, go watch Arsenal and Coventry. They're on about now. So if you're not watching them, thank you for watching me. What Maresca said, Nunes is fit, apparently, which is obviously a positive when it comes to team selection, which I'll come on to shortly. But we've had quite a busy week, and during this week, there's a positive and negative, isn't it? Right? You can argue all day long, and I will argue all day long that Savio's shit and he's worth 85 million. Not worth it, but worth selling for 85 million all day long. I can argue that Nico Gonzalez is a bit slow. He didn't take it very well to keeper. He's this, is that, and the other. Yeah, get rid of him. Fine. 50 million quid to Newcastle. Fine, let's do that. Fine. Marmouche. Yeah, his first touch is shit. He doesn't know where the net is. He panics in front of goal. All he does is run around and leather it. Great, yeah, sell him. But no, we haven't replaced him with anyone. And even if we had done, they're not going on the pitch on Sunday, are they? So that is the problem we've got. So we can argue all day long that these players need replacing. This player needs replacing. He should be better. He should be better. The reality is, we have gotten rid of players who you can argue are no good, which I wouldn't say no good. I think Nico Gonzalez certainly has a place in the squad, because we haven't got much of a squad, have we? You can argue Marmouche is a great backup to Haaland. Well, is he a great backup or not? Probably not, but give him six. Watch him play 10 games for Tottenham. I bet he scores 3 or 4 goals, right? And we're missing out on that. And can Alan replace Savio? Well, yeah, probably. But was that the plan? Right? To decide we wanted Alan on, when was it? Thursday night, when the first match is Sunday, and he can't play anyway. Was that the plan? If that's the plan and it works, fine. Because of heaven, my dog could replace Savio. Well, your dog's called Neville, Chris. So I'm not sure how well he'll go down in a City shirt. But I do take your point. But maybe getting some guy out of Brazil is a great idea. This rough diamond that no one's touched, and he's for us, and let's see how it goes. Let's build him up. Well, buy him weeks ago. It's from Palmeiras. How hard can that deal be to do? City are one of the richest clubs in the world, right? And we're scratching around now with the only player new we've got to play on Sunday is Elliot Anderson, who we bought in when? Well, just as the World Cup started. When was that? Late June, early July. Let's be generous. It's not about a player for over a month. 6 players have gone, and 1 has come in. And let's be quite frank, 1 player's come in who has never played at the top of the Premier League, never played in the Champions League, and didn't look great on Sunday, did he? No, Sunday, Sunday's one thing, it's only a friendly, but it's the only thing we've got to go off. So what we're looking at for Sunday, Bournemouth are were under their previous manager, but let's say, they've hired a manager who has a similar methodology, similar approach. And what have we got? Bear in mind, in March and May, they ran rings around Arsenal at the Emirates and drew with us at their ground, right? What have we done to improve our chances of victory against Bournemouth? Outside of they never beat us at the Etihad. Outside of that, outside of hope and history, what have we got that can materially improve our chances of beating them? I'm all ears. I'm all ears. And I don't think we've got much. But like I said, it's positive vibes only. So, and what do I know, by the way? What am I? What am I know? I'm only a season ticket holder. I only go and watch. I mean, who the fuck am I, right? But you cannot tell me that letting go 6 players out of the team, of the first team, Bernardo, Ake, Stones, Rodri, Gonzalez, Marmoush, Savio, 7 actually. Well, 7 players, 7 first team all squad. They're in the first 15 players. Oh, Trafford as well. I'm not expecting us to need a reserve goalkeeper on Sunday, but so that's 7 players out of your first choice. 15 are no longer available, and we brought in a midfield player. We have brought. So who's this? Chris Evans. It's terrible planning. To be fair, I don't think there has been a plan. If the plan was to sell everyone and think Bournemouth is shit, Palace is shit, and we'll just win. Well, if the powers that be think that is a good idea, I disagree. Right? I completely disagree. But I might be wrong. Who am I? I might be wrong. Right? So if you go into these 2 games, if we win both of these matches, and then in comes Enzo Fernandez, Wharton, and we're geared up then for commentary at home, and everything's fine and dandy. Fine, right? Fine. That's great, right? But my view is, if you're going to be right, if you're going to be wrong for the right reasons, right? We are likely, in my view, to be wrong, and wrong for the wrong reasons. The wrong reasons being, we're going to sell everyone and then decide to buy, right? Let's say we win these 2 games, right? Right? And then we swan up to Chelsea and say, right, we want Enzo Fernandez. And they say no. Are we all of a sudden in a comfortable position that goes, well, actually, we don't need him. We won 2 games. We don't need your fucking players. It's all right. We're fine. Is that a realistic position? No, of course it's not. And selling clubs, no, it's not a realistic position. So to try and hang on for this extra 10, 15 million quid for Marmoush, Savio, whoever it happens to be, over the last month or so, it doesn't make any difference. If you get 10 million extra off Tottenham, it's going out the door for the next guy. And probably a bit on top, because they know we're in the shit and they know we're in stub. So I do not accept this, what do they call it, galaxy brain thinking. The reality is, we haven't got many players, right? The reality is, Kovacic is in contention to start on Sunday, right? Don't worry, I've got bigger bottles downstairs, so that's why this isn't going to take very long. I am not having that Kovacic should be starting for City on the first game of the season in 2026. When we bought him 3 years ago, I think we bought him after the treble. If I'd have said to him in 3 years' time he's going to start the first game of the season, what do you think your thought process would have been? What do you think might have happened in between that point and this point? A fucking disaster is what it was. We'd have to sell everyone in some sort of fire sale, or someone doesn't know what they're doing. The idea that we are talking on the 21st of August, 2026, the game is on the 23rd of August, 2026, that Kovacic is in for a potential star and Jack Grealish might come off the bench. Are you mad? Are you fucking mad? Like, on what grounds should that have... Should that be a realistic possibility? There isn't one. There isn't one, but it's positive vibes only. However, before I get on to my my starting 11, what I will say is I was in the pub earlier on. You might have guessed. It came up on Sky News that Palmeiras, their owner, sporting director, whoever it happens to be, said they are not interested in selling Alan. Who the fuck is Alan? I live next door to Alan. No, I don't. Next door to Fred. They're not interested in selling him until the end of their next season. So that basically means put some more money down. That couldn't have been the plan, could it? It couldn't have been the plan. Scratching around looking for this guy in 2 days before the games, 2 days before our first game. It couldn't have been the plan. And you know, maybe it all works out, right? Maybe it all works out, right? And we get Enzo Fernandez, we get all these people, and we beat Bournemouth, we beat Palace away. Does that seem likely to you? Does that seem likely? Because my view is you've got to start, every transfer is a gamble, obviously, right? But you've got to stack the odds in your favour as much as realistically possible. And us having Kovacic in midfield and Jack Grealish off the bench, are the odds in our favour for Sunday? I don't think they are. I mean, listen, I think our defence is sound. I think our defensive goalkeeper is sound. I am not interested in hearing a word about Trafford this, Trafford that. Trafford's playing for fucking Leeds. The reason he's playing for Leeds, not playing for Bayern Munich, because he's bang average. It is a year ago. Sound like me, mate. You sound like me, mate. Well, yeah, well, you sound like a guy. The idea is, it's a year on Sunday. I don't want to bring bad omens into it. I know it says good vibes only. A year ago on Sunday, we played Tottenham at home. Trafford made his debut. Took one look at him. Sorry, his home debut. We took one look at him and fucked him off. Right? That's it. Yeah, he won a couple of cups, and I thought he struggled a couple of finals. The guy's gone to Leeds, right? So Donnarumma's fine. The defence is fine. Up front is hit and miss. The midfield is a fucking disgrace, quite frankly. So what I'll do, I'm going to show you my build-up lineup builder here, which hopefully working out too many adverts on it. So that is my lineup for Sunday, and I think that's all right. Apart from him and him. I think he's all right. He's fit, so he can run up and down. He can tuck in. This guy. Because if you remember the Charity Shield, he was up here and he was here on his own, desperate, jogging around, right? So if we look at Donnarumma in there, fine. These two, I think, are ideal, right? But the slight problem I've got with them is Diaz is that he's not been up to it over the last couple of years. But I don't think he's going to not play yet. I think he's going to start. The shirt's his, and then we'll see how it goes. The alternative is to stick Gvardiol left back, O'Reilly in midfield, bin him off, and then you've got Matt Gay at the back, and then maybe ignore it left back, bin him off. Then you get Anderson, O'Reilly, and then Foden there. But even then, even then, I mean, is that it? Is that it? Are we seriously at the point 2 days before the season starts and we're not sure who's going to play centre half? That isn't what top teams do. Go on an Arsenal forum right now. In fact, go and watch Arsenal now. They know who's going to play centre half. They know who's going to play centre half in 6 months' time. They're solid. You know what they're doing. We're going, well, we aren't selling him. He's no good. We aren't selling him. He's no good. But positive vibes only. Positive vibes only, hopefully. But it's hard to get positive, isn't it? Someone tell me something positive in the comments, please. Someone. Because I'm struggling. And I could see it a mile off the second half against Bournemouth being a big problem. You know, they'll come to our ground, they'll go, right. They know what we know. They know what we know, don't they? They know Kovacic's no good in midfield. They know Kovacic and Anderson have never really played together before. They know Cherky doesn't run back much. They know Foden's a bit weak. Don't they? They know that. They know Donnarumma might be iffy on crosses at the start of the season when he's not too fit. So what? So they're going to be positive going into this game. They haven't lost many players during the summer. Yeah, they've got a creepy injury. So what? They'll be confident. They've got a new manager out there to impress. We should have a manager. We've got a new manager. Our boys should be out to impress. Didn't look like that on Sunday though, did it? So what we're going to do? Are we going to win? Cover won't play. I'm not having it. Well, I don't know what to say to that, really. I mean, he did play, didn't he? He did play against Arsenal. And isn't the idea of a community shield, to set you up for the first game of the season? Unless, of course, you see it and go, fucking hell, this has gone catastrophically wrong. What do I do? Then you know what you do? Then you go and buy some players. Then you go and get that little boy from Lille that you've been trying to get for the last 2 months. Then you go get Enzo Fernandez that your manager wants for fortunes. They told you the fee. They told you the deadline. I don't think we should have been dancing at Chelsea's tune. But I wasn't expecting to sell Nico Gonzalez either. So it all seems very, very contradictory to me. 3-0, easy win. Rico Lewis and Anderson should do enough for one game. Fucking hell. I know I've been out all afternoon, Chris, but what have you been out all afternoon? Jesus Christ. If we start again with Rico Lewis and Anderson in midfield, we've got a problem. Well, I like Rico. But he's too small. I thought he was really good against Inter Milan in the friendly. But what I think with him, I think he's great for cup games, easy Champions League games, easy home games, when the team structure is correct, right? The team structure is far from correct, right? Semenyo left wing in the left wing. I'm sorry, is opposite. Left wing in the pre-season friendlies, right? Look great. Hit him quick, firing, great. First semi-competitive game against Arsenal. I will stick him on the right then, and we're not gonna hit him quick. So you sort of take away his qualities. Now, obviously, that Doku injury takes that away. So he's obviously going to play left wing, and then it's his Cherky right or Foden right. Someone asked me that on one of the live streams earlier. I would have Foden right all day long. I think his work rate's better than Cherky. I think his shooting's better than Cherky, and I don't think Foden's good enough in the number 10 position because of his lack of strength at the moment. Again, I'm not saying why his lack of strength. He just looks smaller than he did 5 years ago. There is no. I'm not commenting anything beyond that, right? So what do we do? Like I said, these players that were sold or selling, right? Great, fucking get rid of them. But one, the club bought it, and two, we haven't got any replacements. So my fear for Sunday, and again, it's positive vibes only. Well, I said that, but no one's giving any fucking positive vibes apart from fantasy about Rico Lewis playing centre midfield. So we'll have to move on from that. What worries me is the second half. Second half. With Kovacic, when's the last time Kovacic played a 90-minute game for City? Well, I don't know. Phone Vincent Kompany ASAP. I don't think he'll take our calls at the moment. I don't think he'll take our calls. Hi, it's Hugo Viana here. Nah. What? Unless you mean to play. Unless you mean to play in midfield for us, then he might get a game. But I just don't see it. I don't see how we. What are our problems? Right, our problems are, and these are problems with Pep, by the way, but. Because our players were so good, we could wear it, right? We could wear, some team, get them on the break, score the first chance against Ederson, but then we'd go and score 3 or 4. Because we had Aguero, Haaland, Mahrez, rack them up. You name them yourself, right? Now who have we got? An off-form Foden Cherky, who might be just small, fat, and can't run, he might do something, he might not. Semenyo, obviously top. But the gaps in midfield, and I'm not sold on this Anderson, by the way. You know, if you've seen Anderson play to a level that is worth 116 million, fine, right? I watched the World Cup. I've seen a bit of Forest. Not a lot, to be honest with you. But 160 million puts you in. When United bought Pogba for 100 million quid, right? They were wrong to buy him, as it turns out. But they were wrong for the right reasons. He had a CV as long as your arm. What's Anderson got on his CV? Fucking good running the Conference League with Forest. Sorry, good running the Europa League with Forest. And did okay for England. Fucking is that it? Is that it? David Silva was winning Euros. Kevin De Bruyne, player of the year in Germany. You know, Yaya Touré, you know, Nigel de Jong, you know, I don't want to sound like it's all far going on about the good old days, but where are these people's CVs? What are we buying here? Alan? Fucking hell, you're joking, aren't you? You're joking, aren't you? We're in the shit here, and we're getting Alan from fucking Palmer. Where are we getting him? We can't get an 18-year-old out of Lille. And I'm not interested in a word anyone's got to say about, oh, the chairman's difficult to deal with. Well, it's supposed to be difficult to deal with. It's supposed to be hard to buy good players. That's the fucking job, Hugo Viana. That's why you get the dough, brother. Oh, so what was I saying? And this is positive vibes. Well, I started with positive vibes, but I sort of fucking run out. I ran out at O'Reilly at left back. Sorry, someone said, I love City as much as you, mate, but something's not right from the top. Selling and not buying for the club. No, we're close to a treble last year. We were close to treble last year. We're 3 games away from winning the league last year. And one of them was Tottenham home. Listen, obviously, one thing doesn't necessarily lead to the other. But the point is there, you're right, it's Colin. You're right there. You've got to have a good start. You know, we've got a bit of Tottenham at home. A bit of Brighton away. It's not a good start, is it? Get a good start, and then things move from there. So Pato Consortium, my club, my team, Northampton. I don't know what that means. Sorry. 2-0 Arsenal. Well, I'm sure it is. I mean, I said to a few other people, I'm not a TV executive. I do not know why they put Arsenal and Coventry on telly on the first day of the season. Someone said to me he was a TV executive. Well, you know, it's quite romantic, isn't it? You know, the winners of the Premier League versus winner of the Champions League. The winner of the Championship. Well, not really. It's Arsenal versus the team that finished 20 places below them. How fucking romantic is that? You know, he finished 17th last year. Leeds. I'm having Tottenham, actually. But anyway, if it was Leeds, you wouldn't put Arsenal Leeds on. Oh, maybe you would. And the second game's on TV. Hull against United. Fucking time wasters, honestly. There's nothing in it. That's why I don't pay for Sky. I listen to it on the radio. I certainly don't. Fire sticky. So, positive vibes, right? During the Pep Guardiola years, we beat them 10 times out of 10 at home, right? Never dropped a point. So that's positive. That's positive. So what's positive about Sunday? We haven't sold Haaland, I suppose. That's a positive. Not yet. So who is bolted down, by the way? Right? Who is a player that we cannot sell, or Hugo Viana will not sell? Who is a player Viana won't take down to the pawn shop? Who? He'd take fucking Foden if he got a fucking sniff, wouldn't he? Take anyone. He's flogging them all. And I don't accept that they're not all not good enough. I don't accept it. I simply don't accept it. I don't accept that Nico Gonzalez cannot play. I don't accept that Marmoush can't play. And if Marmoush isn't happy, tough, I'm afraid. What do you think the job was when you got the job? Tough. What you do, you get someone, and then you tell Marmoush to sort something else out. Because let's say Haaland isn't right with half an hour to go. What are we going to do? If Haaland gets injured after 20 minutes, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Oh, don't worry, we'll get a replacement between now and the 2nd of September. Well, that's no good, is it? It's not good enough. Nowhere near it. Imagine that at work. Go think about your own line of work. We're going to sell everything. If you're a chef and you sold a fucking oven, don't worry, we've got one oven in, it's fine. I'm getting another one in 3 weeks. Yeah, what if this one goes? Be all right. It's fucking not all right, is it? What's this? 1 in, 1 out. 1 in, 1 out. Not, I can't read that, so these glasses are fucking goodness. Not 1 out. Listen, it's fucking 6 out and not in. None of this was a surprise, was it? Bernardo Silva gone, not a surprise. Ake gone, not a surprise. Stones gone, not a surprise. Rodri gone, can't be a surprise. Trafford gone, actively sold. Savinho has been thrown in sick every summer for the last 2 years, not a surprise. Who's lined up? Who? They're not, are they? They're not lined up. No one's lined up. We're in the shit. Whichever way you cook it, we're in the shit. Oh, God. Positive vibes only, though. Positive vibes only. So, let's pretend, or let's work on the basis Alan is good. Alan will save us. Right. Well, maybe he will, maybe he won't. We can't play on Sunday, can he? You can't play on Sunday, can he? And, right, let's pretend all this is real, right? Let's pretend we get Buadi next week. Let's pretend we get Alan next week. Their debut is going to be away at Crystal Palace on a Friday night. Is that good planning, is it? Is that the plan? I fucking doubt it. I seriously doubt that was the plan. That we're going to go, right, here's an 18-year-old from France who would just... Listen, he's probably brilliant. He's probably brilliant, right? I accept he's brilliant, right? I accept he's brilliant. But he is a human being. He is a human being. He doesn't need to live somewhere. He doesn't need to blend in. He has had uncertainty for months. What is the problem that a few million quid can't smooth over with Lille? Fucking Lille. Not Real Madrid. Not Barcelona. Barcelona got the World Player of the Year off us easier than we've got some 18-year-old out of Lille. That can't be right, can it? Simply can't be right. It just can't be right. It could not have been the plan. Something has gone very, very wrong, but I don't know what it is. I don't know a lot, to be honest with you. I'm just a fucking gob on a stick, or gob shouting into a microphone, shouting into a laptop. But because someone... Listen, unless City think Bournemouth are dog shit, and it doesn't matter who it doesn't matter what combo, what perma players we put out, we will beat them. Right? That it must be City's position. Bournemouth are dog shit, and we're going to beat them. No ifs, no buts. And if that turns out to be right, fine. And Palace the same, fine. Right? That is a horse you're riding in on. That is a gamble you're taking. Right? I think it's a high wire act that is unnecessary. I don't see the reason for it. Because, like I said earlier, you're not making any money off Salio. He's going straight out the fucking door to play toppy prices for the next man you want to buy. Get him in early and get him in properly. And I know United haven't bought anyone. I know Liverpool fans are jumping up and down there and bought one. I don't give a shit, quite frankly, about that. They're basket cases clubs, and they have been for a while. We're usually quite chill when it comes to transfer deadline. I just work and listen, fucking smooth FM or something. I don't watch Sky Sports. I'm not interested because we're not involved. Part of some lone waller that's going somewhere else. But nah, this is a problem. This I think we've got a big fucking problem. I think we've got a big problem. Fucking, I've done half an hour nearly. Jesus Christ, supposed to be a swift one. Right, so I'm going to go in a minute. Positive vibes only, but we'll just share my team one more time whilst we're here. I can find it. Line up builder. Here we go. Right. So I think this is decent enough. Right? Assume everyone's fit. That is decent enough. The problem is the bench. Right? That is it. So let's say he goes down tired. What do we do? He goes down because he's not running fast enough. What do we do? He can't finish 90 minutes. What do we do? That has to be a legitimate question. That is a legitimate question. So what do we do? I don't fucking know. I don't know. Hopefully you know as well. Hopefully someone knows. Hopefully, the powers that be, EDS, Again, that can't be the plan, can it? So they sat down, right? All these people, all these Uber execs, right, who've gone years at City, right? I've not watched the documentary, right? But over the last 3 years, the team's been shit. We won 2 cups last year, but only because of Rodri, Bernardo, Stones, and Ake. So they're all fucked off. And we're going, right. So they sat down, did they, in June and July. Right, listen, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to flog everyone who we can get anything for. Any shekel we can get in, we'll get in. And then what we'll do, we'll beat Bournemouth. Well, even if we're not beating them, what we'll do is we'll just bring on some youth players. That'll settle the crowd down. Not paying $40 for season tickets, and all the rest of it. That'll keep Haaland happy. That'll keep Donnarumma happy. That'll support the manager as we need to support him. And if that doesn't work, what we'll do is we'll get a few teenagers out the fucking academy from over the road. If that was the plan, that is a resigning issue. No one sat in the boardroom and suggested that. No one. The EDS will help us. Might help us throughout the season, but it's certainly not. It's certainly not a strategy. It's certainly not something you'd reasonably consider for what? For a game against Bournemouth, who qualified for Europe last year. This isn't Salford in the FA Cup. This isn't even Ipswich or Coventry. There hasn't been a strategy. That's the point. Well, but they must have been, mustn't they? They must have been. They must have been. Someone must have thought of something. It could be wrong, but someone must have thought of something. There must have been a point in June, July, when they all sat down, they all got the nice holidays and went, right, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? How are we going to bridge the gap between us and Arsenal? And the answer could not have been, we're going to sell everyone, fly off the seat of our pants for the first 2 games, and hope we get someone out of Chelsea, someone from fucking Brazil, and we'll worry about the rest later. That couldn't have been the answer. They were £500 million business. They didn't sit there and go, oh, well, we'll just see how it goes. That couldn't have been right. They can't be all patting themselves on the back saying we've got all these shekels in. It couldn't have been right. That can't be it. That can't be it. I know that maybe just a documentary-making organisation who plays football on the side. I don't know. But it doesn't seem right to me. Something seems off. But listen, right. Positive vibes only. Before I switch off. Right. We're going to beat Bournemouth. Kovacic is going to score the winner. Well, not the winner. The last goal of the game. We're going to beat them 4-1. We're going to go to Palace and bury them. Because there is positives, isn't it? Whilst we have new managers, so do Bournemouth and Palace. Right? So that's something. That's something. That's something, isn't it? That's something to grab hold of. Something to hope for. But fucking hell. I mean, I've got any straws. I've got any straws to clutch. Maybe Alan will. I mean, but fucking Alan and Bouadi, where are they? Go buy them. If you want, go fucking buy them. Go buy these people. Right. Fucking hell, it's 8:30 on a Friday. I need to go. I'll give myself a fucking heart attack. If you haven't seen, go check my video from earlier today. We had a rant about selling Savio, Marmouche, and all the rest of it. So I wasn't going to come on and repeat myself because I do get, contrary to what people think, I do get sick of hearing my own voice. But fucking hell, I'm struggling here. I'm struggling for Sunday. So, listen, right, I'm going to go. Thanks for joining. I am much more interested in watching Arsenal and Coventry. I can guarantee that. So, yeah, if you're new, please like and subscribe. If you're not, do it anyway. Feel free to share amongst your socials. Tell a friend. And fucking hell. I might do one between now and Bournemouth, but, I mean, there's only so much I can say, isn't there? I mean, what else is to say? We haven't got any fucking players. We've got a decent first 11. Bench is atrocious. Everyone in the training ground looking over their shoulder thinking that the mates are getting sold. The manager is in the shit, who I don't rate anyway. But you can't blame him for this shit show. So let's see how it goes, eh? Let's see how it goes. Well, thank you. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you. I won't be on tomorrow because I've got things to do. Well, I might be. I might do. I don't know. I might need to vent. So yeah, I'll see you Sunday or maybe Monday. Monday at the latest. Take care. Enjoy the weekend.